Welcome to EPT English Podcast Time, where we explore different topics, for better or worse. I'm Jamie.
And I'm Sophia. Today we're tackling a topic that's so relevant: mental health in our hyper-connected digital world.
Social media, remote work, constant notifications, it's all a double-edged sword, isn't it?
Absolutely. Technology gives us so much, but it can also take a toll on our mental well-being. The key is understanding how it affects us and finding ways to stay balanced.
That's what we're here for. Let's unpack the good, the bad, and the mindful.
Let's start with social media, Jamie. Do you remember the last time you went a full day without checking your phone?
Pauses.
Honestly, no. It's almost like second nature now. You pick up your phone to check the time and suddenly you're scrolling through memes, news and vacation photos from someone you barely know.
Laughs.
It's so true. Social media is like a rabbit hole. You think you're staying connected, but sometimes it just leaves you feeling off, especially when comparison creeps in.
Right. It's hard not to compare your behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel. Everyone looks like they're living their best life, and you're left wondering why yours feels so ordinary.
That's such an important point, Jamie. Social media can amplify feelings of inadequacy, but it can also foster positive connections. It depends on how we use it. For me, muting accounts that stress me out has been a game changer.
Same here. And one thing that helps me is actively posting about the real stuff, not just the polished moments. It makes me feel more authentic and connected.
That's a great tip. For anyone listening, think about setting boundaries with social media. Maybe designate phone-free hours in your day. It's amazing how freeing it can feel.
Let's shift gears to remote work. It's been a lifesaver for many, but it also comes with its own challenges, doesn't it?
Definitely. I mean, working from home has its perks: no commute, comfy clothes. But it's also so easy to overwork. Have you ever caught yourself answering emails at 10 p.m.?
Guilty. It's like the boundaries between work and home life just dissolve. And that's not great for mental health.
Not at all. One thing I've learned is the power of routines. Even if you're working from home, getting dressed like you're going to the office can help set the tone for the day. And at the end of the workday, do something to signal that you're clocking out.
I love that. I usually take a quick walk after I shut my laptop. It's my way of mentally leaving work behind. It's small but effective.
Another challenge of remote work is isolation. Without those casual office interactions, it's easy to feel disconnected. That's why I try to schedule virtual coffee chats with my colleagues.
Great idea. And I'd say, don't forget about hobbies or social activities outside of work. It's so important to have something that's just for you.
Section 3. Online interactions: the good, the bad, and the awkward.
Now let's talk about online interactions in general. Jamie, how do you feel about Zoom meetings?
Ugh, Zoom fatigue is real. I mean, I'm grateful we have the tech to stay connected, but there's something so draining about staring at a screen for hours.
It's true. Video calls require so much focus, you're constantly monitoring yourself and others, which can be exhausting. Have you tried taking breaks between calls?
Yes, and it helps a lot. I've also started suggesting phone calls instead of video when it's not absolutely necessary. It feels less demanding.
That's smart. And here's another thought: not every interaction has to be virtual. If it's safe to do so, meeting someone in person, even for a quick coffee, can be incredibly refreshing.
Definitely. There's no replacement for face-to-face connection. I think a big part of staying mentally healthy in a digital world is finding a balance between online and offline interactions.
Jamie, here's an interesting perspective. While technology can harm mental health, it's also opened up so many resources for mental health awareness. What's your take on that?
Absolutely. From therapy apps like BetterHelp to mindfulness apps like Calm, there's a lot out there. It's like technology is both the problem and the solution.
Exactly. For me, online communities have been a huge help. Whether it's a Facebook group or a subreddit, it's comforting to know you're not alone in your struggles.
True. And let's not forget about the power of online education. There are webinars, courses, and even YouTube channels dedicated to mental health. It's easier than ever to learn how to take care of yourself.
That's a great point. If you're listening and feeling overwhelmed, consider exploring these resources. Just remember to verify the credibility of the information. There's a lot of misinformation out there too.
All right, let's get practical. Mia, if you had to give just one tip for maintaining balance in a digital world, what would it be?
For me, it's all about mindfulness. Even something as simple as taking a deep breath before responding to an email can make a difference. What about you?
I'd say digital detoxes. Even if it's just an hour a day where you put your phone away, it can do wonders for your mental clarity.
Those are great. I'd add one more: curating your online space. Follow accounts that inspire you, mute or unfollow ones that don't, and make your digital world a positive place to be.
Love it. And don't forget the basics: sleep, exercise, and connecting with loved ones. No amount of tech can replace those foundational elements of mental health.
So true. Balance isn't about perfection, it's about making small, consistent choices that support your well-being.
Before we wrap up, let's talk about the future. Do you think we'll ever find a perfect balance between technology and mental health?
I think it's an ongoing journey. Technology is always evolving, and so are we. The key is staying adaptable and mindful.
Couldn't agree more. And while there's no one-size-fits-all solution, conversations like this are a good starting point.
Exactly. If you're listening and feeling overwhelmed by the digital world, just remember you're not alone, and there are steps you can take to feel better.
Well said. Thanks for joining us on EPT English Podcast Time. We hope you found this discussion helpful and inspiring.
And remember, balance isn't about cutting out technology, it's about using it in ways that support your life, not control it. See you next time.
Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and feel free to suggest any topics you'd like us to explore next. We're always looking for fresh ideas and love hearing what you're interested in.
Thanks so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with anyone who might enjoy the conversation.
We'll see you next time with more exciting discussions. Take care, and remember, your story matters.